How you ladies doing?
I don't want to run, I might get hurt. All of us! How many of my friends weren't selling beer? Or Christmas trinkets? Last night? Who froze? If you have money, I have a few things to address. First of all, we all have to acknowledge that I am not a leader. Just because I am, I'm checking something does not necessarily mean that it was my decision. I just want to say something. Regarding the street takeover.
Your cigarettes are backwards, bro.
Regarding the street takeover.
Catch him before he fucks his head.
Most of us felt that it was war. The reason that I personally went around and speak with people was to make sure that the cops didn't hear us. This does not mean that it was an autonomous decision by me. Furthermore, now that we are here, and it seems like we are divided. We need to decide what we're going to do collectively. I want Chuck. I want to add the reason that the street takeover failed was because people had spaces between them. When I walked around and specifically asked people to link arms and stay close. That means that we have to hurdle like penguins. This did not happen. And it allowed the room for the police to come and attack us.
The executive branch of our government, why we're here, taking away the rights of people, and that's something I don't understand. I've been supportive of it is grievances that we don't completely. There has been a as far as the direction that the party is going. There's been conversations about that and things that like people. But this to me is very like defining. I mean, when you take away my freedom, my constitution, right here. 14th Amendment right. And if I can have somebody come into my house and regardless of, I understand.
Well, let me ask you this, man. After they were taken out of the parks, what's it mean to you to still have people out here like still doing
Well, I
this?
think it means a lot. I mean, like, you know, there's a lot of people that were thinking that this, you know, winter time was going to kind of like, you know, be like a time for the occupiers to like chill out and figure out the things. But we've proven that this is not like a seasonal thing. I mean, this is a set about what's going on. Most importantly, I would say our Constitution.
What's your name, man?
Philip Garrison.
Philip Garrison? Okay. You had something to say, man?
If you want to talk about excessive force by the police,
Was there excessive force by the police tonight?
absolutely.
Yeah, I got video of it.
You do?
This evening I was in the street. An officer ordered me out of the street. Sorry, the officer did not order me out of the street. The officer proceeded to immediately use excessive force to remove me from the street. First he pushed me. Next he grabbed my phone when he realized I was filming. He tried to take my iPhone away from me. And then he proceeded to push me in between two cars. At that point he would grab me by my jacket and proceed to pull me backwards, telling me that he would arrest me if I didn't get out of the street. I was literally leaning backwards trying to get away from him, trying to get to the curb. At the same time, with just intense anger, the guy is shaking me by my jacket, threatening to arrest me. This is excessive force. I'm a citizen. I pay taxes. I'm not here to create violence or cause problems. I'm here to support a peaceful movement. If the officer had just simply said, "Sir, you need to get out of the street or I will use force," I would have immediately gotten out of the street. I was not given the opportunity to clear out the street before he immediately went right to excessive force.
What's your name, sir?
Chairman. Yes. Niehus.
Okay. You say you got pictures of it?
I do. If you have an email, I'll send it to you. If you want to follow up at all, if you care.
And this happened about what time?
Just 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago.
Are you guys going to talk about the military getting the right to occupy?
You have an email, yeah. I caught it on my iPhone. Another guy got arrested pretty roughly, so I sprinted home and got this camera. I haven't seen it outside of my iPhone, the footage of him, but I was right there, and it was really rough.
What's your name? Just so I know who
Yeah, absolutely. Dan Hagan.
Dan Hagan.
Hagan.
Yeah, just send me that email on there. It comes right to my phone and we can use it.
You got it, man.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Let's go, Joe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stories about Christmas tree.